And okay, now that my 2-minute intro is out of the way, it's time to start the writing stream. So, hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for watching this. And if you dropped a like in the future or you're dropping a like now, thank you for liking this, etc., etc. Let us move on. So, let's just go on to like the little story bit real quickly. I'm kind of panning for time right now for like the next 5 minutes or so, simply because I want this stream to hit an hour, because I don't think any of the other streams have hit an hour by default. So I'm really trying to get this one to hit an hour. So I was trying to get as many music tracks into this as possible that won't get me copyright struck, except the ones that actually responded that I could use the music barely is under an hour. So pretty much I'm going to pan as much as physically possible, which is why I played one of the music tracks. Here's my intro, but also because I just really wanted to hear it. So anyway, and I'll show my face in a second, but anyways, pretty much what this stream was supposed to be is just like a stream for writing, as the name implies, because for those of you that don't know, I really do like to write, and it's just a passion of mine. And because the other streams, like, they were fun and all, like the first one was really cool, the second one was not nearly as well as I really hoped it would be, but you know, the third one is hopefully going to be better, because like it's something I genuinely enjoy, and it doesn't involve me interacting with chat, or doesn't necessarily rely on me needing chat to do something like how the other ones did. So this time we're kind of just I'm gonna let chat run wild pretty much. So if for some reason the chat just overflows with 100 people, I highly doubt that will happen, but if it does, and then chat just goes crazy and starts saying stuff, I'm probably not going to pay much attention. I have my phone pulled up to me with the live stream on, so I can see chat. It's just that I'm not going to be paying attention to it on my computer, which is where I'm going to be looking most of the time. But yeah, so pretty much this stream is just meant to be a chance to unwind. Like, it's after Thanksgiving, so also happy Thanksgiving or late Thanksgiving to anyone that's watching. But, you know, we're just here to unwind, you know, possibly fall asleep to any of the music I'm playing, and lay off the food comas that we are all possibly about to endure. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is to it. We're going to be writing for hopefully an hour, or like technically, if I did the math right, it's about 46 minutes, and then we just hopefully pan towards the hour level mark. And then if I can figure out how to stream my phone onto my computer screen and then still keep the live stream going, which I don't think I'm capable of doing with the stuff I have, but if I can, then we will instead, like towards like the halfway mark, end up, or what I've actually have planned, we'll just end up doing Shadowverse and then seeing what the hell happens afterwards. So yeah, without further ado, I guess let's get this writing stream started then. I already kind of did the pre-setup for the Google Doc, so you know, we don't have to sit through the embarrassment of me trying to figure out my crap anymore. Will it automatically open to the one I have set up? Okay, it will. Oh no, but my camera. I didn't think this through all the way that the camera would block it off. How much does the camera block off of it? Oh, I can just move it around how much as I please, and the thing will always see it. Oh my god, I figured, I swear, for the record, if you guys don't remember, I'm, like, new to stream. This is literally my third stream, so I'm kind of figuring this out as I go along, but oh my god, yes. And let me just check my phone audio to make sure that it's actually working. Yes, yeah, I hear my voice. Okay, let's do this. So, I have a bunch of docs here. None of these are for stream. This is for me just looking at card prices of Battle Spirit Saga, because nothing else. The rest of these I will keep, like, seldom secret unless like chat compels me to. You know what, chat, if we get 10 people in here, because I know I have like 1,000 something subscribers, I'm not asking for all 1,000, I'm asking for 10. If we get 10 people in chat, I'll show off what these docs are. But anyways, so today we're just doing a free write of a thing just because I have music ready in the background, so I'm just going to go ahead and start playing that and then see how far we get. And then we'll loop back to Sky Dancer at the start, which is what that song was. By the way, speaking of the music, as I try to speak over the commercial that's currently playing and hoping that doesn't get me copyright struck. Okay, I'm hoping that music can play, but I'm pretty sure I can see the audio mixer moving as responses. But anyways, about the music, please go check the stream description. If everything went according to plan, then I sat here for 5 minutes, like, literally not hand typing, but, like, you know, putting the links into the description. I really hope that it ends up working out as I checked my phone just to make sure all the music is there. It looks like it is. So please go down in the description. Go find, if you like some of the music, go find the music that's in the description. Go give them, the people a subscribe. Go give them a like. Go give them a comment. Like, just go support the actual artist, because I really love these songs, and I literally cannot stay sitting for a long periods of time while listening to this music, which probably is a bad idea for me to do for a writing stream, but hey, you live and you learn. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started as I've like now introduced everything I kind of need to. Everything I need to do was think of a topic for the right. I've thought of like 6 different topics, and then all of them I've immediately thrown away. So now I'm kind of tempted to resort to Plan B, which is show off one of the secret docs. I guess we'll do this one just cause like I hope. Did I already type one of these in my Google Docs? I don't think I have. 1 rock, 2 stone. Wait. 1 rock, 2 stones, 3 pebbles. No, 1 rock, 2 pebbles, 3 stones. 1 rock, 2 stones, 3 pebbles. 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble. That's what it was called. Okay. 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble. Okay, so this one actually, as I think if I spell pebble right or wrong, this one is kind of an important doc to me, or like that saying, because for those of you that don't know me personally, and to those of you that do know me personally, like it has to be real personally. Like there's only 3 people I've ever said that phrase to, but or 4 technically because I wrote it down on a Google Doc and then they read it over my shoulder. But anyways, there's only 4 people that know me personally, like really personally, that have heard me say that phrase, and none of them knows what it means. So let me just go ahead and give backstory to this before we actually start writing. And again, I'm panning for time, but anyways, 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble is pretty much my quote-unquote mantra, so to speak, of like, if something is wrong, just think of the phrase 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble. Focus all of your attention on that phrase, and if you do that, you will feel better. And my reasoning for this, and if you've seen Inazuma 11, the 3rd series, you know, the one where, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but the one where, I wasn't watching like Gamikado, I've been watching too much Body Fight lately, the one where Mark Evans meets his grandfather for the first time, then you will know the phrase Gun Shun Toi, which, as either the game or the anime says it, means absolutely nothing and is just words of encouragement that you make the power of, and that is literally what 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble is. It is 6 random words that have barely anything to do with each other. You think it's some celestial meaning because it's so simple and that it has to have some complex meaning behind it, but in reality, if you just focus all your attention on the 6 words when you're feeling depressed or something like that, suddenly it goes away because you're not focusing on the sadness anymore. You're focused on trying to figure out what 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble is. So, yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what that phrase means. And so now the 4 people that I have told that to, there you go. Now you know what that means, and to the rest of the world, great. Now you know that whenever I say that, I am actively trying to mind mess with you. So let's go ahead and get the 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble started. I'm gonna try to do this based off of the original story where I did get this from, which was a small short story I did where a guy just dies muttering 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble in the middle of a blizzard. But that was years ago, and I am a better writer now, at least to my opinion. So let's go ahead and try to... Oh my god, that was only 4 minutes. Or was that 6 minutes? No, that was 4 minutes. Great. Okay, so I got a long writing to go. Okay, let's do this as I try to make sure my phone doesn't die. And if I go quiet, well, that's what the music is for, considering, again, writing stream. So let's go. And it was cold, freezing, a doubt, a silent blizzard. The trees shivered in the wind, the leaves blown by the ever-coming storm, actually. By the ever-coming storm. Is ever-coming a word? Well, if it's not a word, I made it. It's one. So, by the ever-coming storm, trees shivered by the wind, leaves blown away by the ever-coming storm. What was I gonna say? It was something about, yeah, the snow fell down and eclipsed the ground with an... I don't want to say everlasting winter. With a cape of white gold. What is white gold? White gold is a thing. Cold white gold. I think I can work with that. Cold white gold, because I think I think there is a phrase of white gold. I just don't remember if that's like speaking of snow or if that's speaking of something else. Code white gold. Also to analyze this. This is my like hair clip thing. Or not my hair clip. My hair tie that I took down like 5 minutes before I started the stream. I normally like keep this on my wrist if I'm ever going to write, like, you know, so I could just do this to myself to make sure I actually can stay focused. With a cape of white gold and eclipsed. Leaves were blown away. The leaves blown away. Yeah. I wonder if this path burdened with. I'm trying to like think of every word possible. Conflagration is a word that keeps coming to mind, and the thing is, I know conflagration is like another word for fire, which I find like. I don't want to say the other word out loud, but when I looked up conflagration to see like what was it, synonyms to it, I found a different word, and it's a famous word. And my thing is, when you hear that word, you hear something completely different, and I understand why, because even Google like pulls up in its like description of it this event that occurred. That's hint to what the word is, but apparently that word also means a great burning, and I just sat there for 5 seconds like, you know what, it's not wrong, but I never expected it to, you know, be a word with another meaning. I just always thought it was the name of an event, not an actual word with the definition. Anyways, this path burdened with snow-ridden actually would be a better word. Is there another word for snow? Snow-ridden. Snow-ridden. This path. Snow-ridden with dashed hopes and dreams, not dished hopes and dreams. Dashed hopes and dreams, not hips and dreams. Hopes and dreams with dashed hopes and dreams scattered along its icy path. Scattered, it's icy ground. That's how you spell icy? But icy had an E in it. Oh, icy has an E in it if like you're talking about the one character from that one game that's name eludes me so much. Oh, I showed a drink from Showerverse. You see, this is why I don't talk about other things when I'm writing, or why I shouldn't, because my mind will get sidetracked like that. Like, because I just remembered Icy's nickname, even though, okay, screw me commercial, but even though Icy is an actual word and doesn't have an E in it, but whatever. Hi chat, I see people rolling in. I'm amazed that my thing actually, because of how I set it up, and now I have to remember how to do this for next time as I quickly test out this theory. Okay, it's display capture, and I don't know what the hell I did outside of that, but however I did that, I'm just gonna have to do this next time, because apparently you guys can't see it, but I am moving the dock around consistently, so, or outside of when you see my mouse moving, so, you know, I can actually see chat, which I wasn't expecting to be able to see, and I can still see my screen, and I can still see the dock on the screen, so, you know, everything's kind of going good as I continue to fail to write, because my mind is so focused on, where, was it this dock? Yeah, my mind's so focused on this over here, that, I'm not focused on this, and I really should be editing, I really should be editing this right now, but I don't feel like it, so I'm doing this stream to do this. And again, if chat shows 10 more, if chat gets to 7 more people, and then at least one of them says something, I will legitimately go to that doc and then just show you what it is. But yeah, anyways, continuing with the weird writing thing that is currently being a clever failure. Dash hopes and dreams scattered along its icy ground, fleeing with travel, filled to the brim, as I see light come to my room, and I'm kind of tempted to turn off my lights now. Filled to the brim with the lost souls that dared to wander its path. Its path. Forced terms of succession on terms of succession and on terms of succession and finding answers to those souls. Let's not souls. This path to the way. Blah 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 blah. To those souls, this path represented a light in the darkness. A way forward, A cumulative answer to their life's journey. Cumulative. I know I'm spelling this wrong. I don't care. Cumulative, not qualitative. Cumulative. There we go. Answer to their life's journey. I feel like that's the wrong type of there. As I quickly go back and try to fix this. Most of the time, by the way, I don't end up using, as I hope that my voice and the music are on kind of even scales. Most of the time, I don't use, like, autocorrect, or, like, I do use autocorrect, but I use it in the sense of, like, as you just saw, to physically edit it, instead of, like, actually, just letting the computer do it, because apparently, whenever I type it out and, like, actually physically edit it, it, like, remains in my mind. Like, a word I used to not know how to spell, confragation, actually, I learned how to spell because of that, just because, like, it's confragation, right? Yeah, that would have been really embarrassing if it just actually spelled it wrong, but, yeah, no, like, I used to always mess up, like, the conflagration. I always used to add an extra R for some reason, but, or an extra E, one of the two. But point is, I just kind of learned how to figure it out by just actually typing it out, and it was a cumulative answer to their life's journey. To those souls, this path representing the light and the darkness, a way forward, a cumulative answer to their life's journey. All that is what this path is not. All that is which this path is not. Those who foolishly, as I try to remember how to spell foolishly sought out the path as an endeavor and followed through on that endeavor as I check chat again. On endeavor. All met as painful and all met and excruciating. How is freezing to death? Because that's like kind of the point of this, that the person, anyone that walks on this path kind of freezes to death on the idea that because they are walking towards it, they're looking for answers, meaning they believe themselves are empty, meaning they have no warmth on the inside, meaning they have nothing to keep them alive from the intense cold. But like, how, like, I'm assuming hypothermia is like excruciating, but like I kind of want to get into the description of that, but I have yet to look up what hypothermia actually feels like. So, on that endeavor, all met, not meant, all met with an excruciating death, detailed by brought upon them by the overwhelming cold, overwhelming frost that the storm brings. Unable, I saw that, unable to survive due to the lack of inner warmth their hollow souls have. I don't want to say contain. I don't want to say have, because have feels like it's too generic. I don't want to say contain, just because I feel like hollow souls contain is like, it's not a double negative, but like, what is it? It's like, it doesn't make sense, like it's counterintuitive. Like, hollow means like there's nothing inside of it, and then contain implies that there is something in there. So I feel like that's like just counteracting its own statement. So like, that they're unable to survive due to lack of warmth their hollow souls produce, I guess. Also, I'm just gonna hit the lights to open up my blind so I don't waste power. If I go like blank or like to be more exact, if you can't see me, that's mainly because, like I said, I'm hitting the lights and I'm gonna open the blinds. I'm gonna keep the music going because it's gonna only take me like 5 seconds. So yeah, be right back. Open him. Okay, so on the downside, I missed the sunrise, because by the way, I'm actually doing this at 6:33 a.m. I'm literally only doing this because I happen to have free time for the stream, but as I try to adjust my comfortability again. Okay, hollow souls produced. You see, and this is the other thing, and the other reason why I am, why I consider it to be a bad writer is, like, I will type a phrase that I wanted to use, such as detailed by, and then I will literally not let that fucking go until, like, the end of the entire writing process, meaning I'm gonna sit here and try to think about how to use this in like an actual sentence. And I'm not one of the people that you can tell, oh, work on it now and then, or not, don't work on it now and just come back to it later. No, I hate doing that. On tests, I will never come back to a question later unless it's like it's one question after. Like sometimes I'll skip it for that, but otherwise I'm immediately gonna just like sit there and I'm gonna ponder my life's existence as I stare down that question and wonder what the answer is. Or in the case of like writing an essay or something like that, if I can't think of an introduction, thankfully I'm not horrible when it comes to like writing essay introductions, which is, you know, helpful for me. But like if I was stuck on an introduction, I'm going to sit there and literally just figure it out. Like I'm gonna sit there for as long as it takes until I actually get a good introduction, because I hate leaving a space blank, because I always love connecting, like, especially when it comes to introductions like that, I always like connecting the introduction to like each following sentence, so like it seems like an everlasting, not like an everlasting stream, but like an ever-flowing stream, you know how it kind of just goes from side to side. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm stuck with the phrase detailed bio that I really want to use. Actually, I'll do this instead. Marked by, and at some point I'm going to have to make a new paragraph. Marked by the lashes the cold leaves. See, if I didn't say frost in the last sentence, I would 100% use the word frost here. Actually, wait, okay, yeah, okay, the thing can see me when I do this. I was about to say, can it not see the full screen if I do that? As I check chat again. Oh god, that hurts my eyes to look up to look the different brightnesses. As I still hope that the music is playing. I kind of want to check my phone just to see, but at the same time, if it's not working, it's not working, so there's that. But, I mean, on the test recording I did this, it was working earlier. Marked by the lashes, the cold leaves, the body's forever stained on the ground. Forever stain the ground. Not strain. Stain the ground with the... What's another word for failure? I know if I like move my music on my iPad down, it's gonna like stop the music, and I don't want to stop the music, and I don't want to use my phone because then it's gonna stop the stream chat. I don't want to look it up on my computer, so the body's forever stain the ground with the remnants. There we go. Remnants of lives once had. Of remnants of lives once had. This is very arbitrary, and you may be wondering, how does this have anything to do with 3 rocks, 2 stones, 1 pebble? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when we get to the second paragraph, hopefully, or third, or fourth, or depending on how far we get, we're gonna figure that out. So, yeah, that's what this is. Me trying to figure this all out in one go. With the remnants, that feels like it's spelled wrong, but whatever. Remnants of lives once had. The bodies forever stained the ground with the remnants of lives once had. Engulfed now by the snowy disposition, the pathway storm brings. The pathway storm rages. Those who come this path fall. A path of this magnitude has a phrase that follows it wherever it goes. Has a phrase, oh sorry, I can't tell that this thing couldn't see it. Has a phrase that follows wherever it goes and shall last throughout time. Wherever it goes and shall last throughout time. I believe this is where you would use that type of mark. It's either that or this. I don't know why. I used to hate, like, what was this, a semicolon? Or which one's the semicolon? I know this is a I think this is a semicolon. Whatever this one is, I don't know why. I used to hate this symbol, and now for some reason, I really want to use it, like, in every instance I can. But, anyways. A path of this magnitude has a phrase that follows wherever it goes and shall last throughout time. I kind of want to quote Ozzy the Haka from Buddy Fight, you know, the none shall, all shall fear me, none shall come after me, something, 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 Ozzy the Haka. I don't remember the rest of that, but I just remember it being very intimidating the first time I heard it. So, walk the path of a lonely road, be met by the sweet embrace be met by the cold embrace. I don't want to keep saying cold though. I guess be met with the frozen finger of death. That feels with the frozen finger that be met with the frozen finger that signifies the end, I guess. That signifies the end. Walk the path with a friend by your side. The friend by your side. Your cold. Be met. Shall you be met with? Shall you be met with the frozen finger? Okay, there we go. With the frozen finger. Shall you be met with? Shall you be met with? I don't want to say life everlasting because that's not the point of the poem, but like, or not. Okay, at this point it's not a poem anymore, but like how Three Rocks, Two Stones, One Pebble used to actually be a legit poem. But anyways, shall you be met with? Walk the path with a friend by your side. Shall you be met with? Anyone in chat got any ideas as I struggle here? As I see, do we still have that one? Okay, I was about to say, we've had like one viewer for a while now, and I was wondering. Anyways, shall you be met with, trying to think. You see, this is where my weakness comes in. Shall you be met with the light that shines beyond? I don't want to say that though. Actually, no, it works because like people say before that they were looking for a light in the darkness. Shall you be met with a light that shines beyond the frost-ridden ground? And glows even in the darkest of night skies. Focus on yourself. Focus not on the words, but the meaning of these words. Shall find the answer you desire. That's like a good little bit for that, like focus not on the words but the meaning of these words, and you shall find the answer you desire, not the ending path. Because that's literally what Three Walks, Two Stones, One Pebble is about. Like I said at the beginning of this, it literally is, it can mean anything. It quite literally could mean anything. It could mean the sky will end in 3 days, or like live life to the fullest, or walk on the clouds and beseech the Lord. I don't know, but the point is that the words mean anything, and it's up to the, I guess, interpreter, the reader, whatever, to determine what those words mean, because at the end of the day, they ultimately mean nothing, and they ultimately mean everything. And to my friend that knows that saying, he hates me for it, and I don't argue that, so you're welcome if you're watching this. Anyways, end the quote. And then this is where paragraph 2, I guess, starts. I don't know, should I indent this? I feel like, I don't know why. It feels like now, like, writing essays a lot, it feels like you're supposed to indent everything, but at the same time, I don't know why recently, anything that's like not an essay, if I indent it, it looks so weird. Like, this looks unnatural to me, and I don't know why, but, whatever. Oh. This wasn't supposed to play for a while. Well, I guess the song I was gonna say for the finale is, I had moved it when I started this, but I guess I just chose to say F you, we're not moving, so, this is one of my favorite songs on this list, called Fire and Thunder, so, it's by CJ Beards. It's just all around a very fun song. If any of you ever watch any of the Thera videos, it's like, If any of you ever watched any of the Thayer videos I have posted on this channel, it's always like the final song that plays on the simple factor of I really love this song. Like, I don't even remember how I came across it. I remember I was just looking for themes for those fights, and then I eventually just somehow found this, and I was like, Fire and Thunder, you know what, that sounds like a cool name, and it had a really cool thumbnail, and we're literally just like lightning striking into like the middle of trees, and I don't know why that made me think of, not Chicago Fire, but like the Yellowstone Park Fire. I don't know why that triggered in my mind when I saw that, but it did, and I clicked on it, and I listened to the music, and I was like, okay, it's kind of like, it's good. It doesn't have like something that rises, because that's what I always look for when I look for music for videos. Like, does it rise at some point, or does it like always stay in like the same place? Like, is it the same beat kind of repeating if it is slightly different, or like at some point does it rise? And well, not to spoil it in case you haven't heard it yet, but this one does rise at a very certain point, and I love that certain point, so I really hope I don't miss it. Outside of that, as I'm now, oh yeah, so on my stream it's caught up to where the lights are out. I got distracted. I completely lost my place of where I was writing. Okay. I kind of want to go back to this one and say many misinterpret these words as bring along a scavenger to seek answers, but at the same time I don't know where to like word that to make it sound like it's fine. So yeah. At this point, chat is my editor. That's what this is. If chat would work, chat would be my editor. That's pretty much what it is. Now I gotta like sit here and think about it for a second, like a legit paragraph, as I like try to like kind of want to go back to this one, just because like I really want to go through this. And you know what? Out of just like pure procrastination and nothing else, if I open Steam, oh, but Steam won't. If I open Steam, I don't think it'll show my what happens if I minimize this? Oh. Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Where's Steam? Does Steam work on stream? Will it? Cause wait, I didn't think that would work. I thought if I like, cause with the way it was seeming, it seemed like it was like perfectly cropped to the 3 Rocks You Saw in Pub, which I know I did, but now I'm starting to question like, wait, is it perfectly cropped to everything, or is it only to that and Steam just crashed on me, didn't it? I can kind of tell Steam just crashed, and if it didn't, then Steam's taking its sweet time figuring its life out. Okay, Steam, I need you to work with me here, buddy. Okay, well, there goes Steam. I was going to show something off, but I guess Steam doesn't want me to. So, fun. Well, Steam's stuck that way now, and now I'm like worried that at some point my computer's gonna like auto crash. So, yeah, but okay, if Steam wants to work later, we'll figure it out. But goddamn, I gotta restart my computer after this. Okay, which one was 3 Rocks or Stones? Oh, this was 3 Rocks or Stones on Pebble. Okay, oh yeah, we missed the rise, but it just occurred, and now here comes the ending of it, and I really like the ending too. There was one specific song I was trying to find, but as much as I remember its thumbnail, you cannot search a video by thumbnails, which I feel like at some point, if you, I'm getting off topic from the writing stream, I'm sorry, like, this is how my mind works when I write. If I get stuck at something, I'll just go on a random tangent, and then I'll go back to writing. But, anyways, ignore the McDonald's ad in the background, although now it makes me want to have a soda from downstairs, but it's 6:47 in the morning. I don't drink soda till like 12:30. This is going to be a fun instance for me, and I still got to record after this. Where was the tangent going? And again, this is what happens again, where I get on a tangent and I completely forget what I was talking about before. What was the tangent about this time? I actually don't remember. What was it about? Now it's bothering me. Was it something to do with Steam? Oh, Steam's working. Steam's working. I saw that. The computer flashed. Steam's working. Or, never mind, Steam gave me false hope. Okay. Well, Steam's figuring its life out as it figures its life out. I'm gonna do this real quickly. But no, I guess just because that happened, we'll just continue to write from down here. Where can I go next for this one? I'll just say 3 years after this path has been open. 3 years, this path has been known. 3 years, this path has been. Actually, wait, before I continue, and I know this is a really bad idea because I know once I get on this tangent, I'm not going to remember what I was writing about. But recently, I saw a video, and it was really funny to me. It was by Solid JJ. It was about, like, I don't remember. I've never seen Death Note before. All I remember is just a conversation between Light. I think the other character's name is L, and I forgot, but, like, the demon succubus girl. And they were just having a conversation about what to get for fast food, and it was something about Light and L trying to... I don't really understand this context. I think Light was trying to get L's real name so that he could write it down in the Death Note to kill him. Again, I've never seen Death Note, so if any of this sounds remotely wrong, that's why. But, point is, someone was trying to get someone's name, and they were going off this tangent of, like, trying to, like, one step ahead of each other, which was actually working until the girl just said, let's get Taco Bell, and then they both, or no, it was Wendy's, and then they both legitimately went into a tangent about, like, why Wendy's, and, like, went to, like, this random thing, and was, like, some random year, and they're like 19 something something. That was the year Marilyn Monroe did something, and they went like, oh my god, that means she's gonna make a move now, she's gonna figure out Elle's real name, and I sat there like, where the did you get any of that information? Like, the hell? But, no, just, like, the fact that the, like, one random thought led to this entire convoluted tangent, which doesn't make a single bit of sense. But, yeah, anyways, 3 years has passed since this... 3 years has passed since this path has been known to the public. Many have fallen before it. Many either dumb and bets. Actually, yeah, wouldn't that be the case? Either dumb, either voyaged on the virtues of a lost bet, or pure stupidity. Or even those with sound minds in search of answers. That's the first time I've ever seen my computer do that on its own, where just like I typed and then it just swapped me back here. It's like, it reminds me of the days of typewriters. My god, I've never had a typewriter before, but I remember in one of my classes I saw a typewriter for a kid that was blind. Shout out to them, by the way, if they're listening to this and if they remember my voice. But I remember, and it was like, you know, one of the, I think it's called Braille, right? Like, for people to be able to, like, type right. That's not a phrase, but whatever. But point is, I remember I saw a typewriter, and I was like I didn't do it, but I was so tempted to write on the typewriter because I've always wanted to write on a typewriter, and I don't know why. Anyways, insert minds in search of answers to great questions. This is my second time ever listening to, like, an electro swing video. I don't know what electro swing is. The only reason I clicked on this is because, like, the thumbnail reminds me of, like, jazz in New Orleans, which is someplace I want to go. I want to go to New Orleans just for, like, Mardi Gras, I think it's called, and that's it. Or Rio. Which one? Is it Rio or New Orleans? I think it's New Orleans. It's one of the two that has that, and whatever one it is, I want to go there before I die. That, and I want to go to Australia to see Ayers Rock before I die, or otherwise known as Allure, just because I really like those two places. Once I see those two places, I can die happy. But, anyways, well, that and France, just so I can, or Paris, France to be specific, just so I can go to the Eiffel Tower. And maybe London too, just because London. Okay, you know, there's a lot of places I want to go to before I die. Mainly just everywhere that's not here. Or even those with some sound minds and answers to life's great questions. To life's great questions. No matter who they were. No matter who they were, why they went, or what they were seeking, they never came back. Only ever letting storms to tell, only ever letting passerbys Live to tell the tale. Live to tell the tale for them. Very fun statement. How do you spell passerbys? Passerbys. Is it like this? That doesn't look right to me, but okay. This doesn't feel right, but like tools is not gonna give me like an actual answer. I have not used like that type of spell check in forever. Like I remember whenever I first started using docs, I used to always come back here and always like click that. But ever since I don't know, like ever since I started writing this over here, I have literally never gone back to using it because it would always get like the things that are supposed to be misspelled. It would always call them out on it. And then after, I guess, an update of Google Docs or something that happened, it literally just stopped catching words I knew that were wrong. And even if they did catch them wrong, it wouldn't tell you how to fix them. Like, say for, like, what we just saw, for example, like how it said passerbys was wrong, but it didn't know how to fix it. That's literally what it would do. It would just say that it was wrong, said it doesn't know how to fix it, and then I would have to figure it out on my own instead of actually giving me the suggestion of how it used to work, where it would give me, like, one of two different words it could actually be. So I stopped using that, and I don't know why I ever did that. And also, out of curiosity, how did I check this last time? What language is my computer in right now? I don't want to look at personal dictionary, because apparently I type in a British American dialect, and I'm trying to like find out where it says that at, because like here, let me type a word real quickly that I know is different spelling in both languages. Maneuver, and then there's, okay, fine, and then there's, how is the other one spelled? Is it maneuver, I think? I didn't mean to spell it with two N's. There's two different ways to spell maneuver. There's the American, see? Like, okay, first off, it's not giving me the underline, but is it spelling these the same way? Okay, one of these is, okay, the point is that I apparently type in like a British English, or like some type of non-fully American dialect, which means that some of my words, actually, yeah, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever I just did, I realized that I didn't break anything. But no, like, this is a word that I just remembered. Realize. Realize, to most people, is spelled, and I'm spelling realize wrong, it's spelled like this, right? Thank you, Quenzer. But anyways, this is how you spell realize to most people, or at least in America. This is how I spell realize, to some extent. Both of these are right. See? Change language to British English. Now, here's the thing. It says that my language is set to American English. In every doc that's like this, it's actually set to British English. I don't know why. I don't know how it got set to British English. I guess just one day I was typing in British English and it just happened. But, yeah, so it's just a fun thing that I learned. And I apparently switch back and forth on some docs. Like, I genuinely don't know how to check it. And I don't know how I did it one day, and I don't know why, but, like, now, like, half of my docs are set to British English, and then the other half are set to, like, American English, and I don't understand why or how that happened. So, yeah. No, you're good, Quenzar. Anyways, I like how you could tell, though, that I questioned it for a second if I should say the full name or not. But, anyways, to continue back with the writing stream as I check how many chat people are here. Okay. How long has stream been going, by the way? Okay, I've gotten off topic. Okay, oh, we're at 46 minutes. Okay, so I've been doing my job. God damn it, there's only one track left. I must have been doing my job well, but, nah, I have not been, because there's still one track left, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna surprise copyright. Cause, yeah, like, half the songs I want to play, I'm probably going to get copyright struck for, and if I don't, then I will be damned. But, anyways, or what they're seeking, they never came back, only ever passerby lived to tell the tale. Only ever did wandering passerbys come by, did wandering passerbys who would stop by to watch the lingering snow dance across the sky, lived to tell the tale for them. Okay, and okay, so now it wants to autocorrect me. Earlier it didn't want to autocorrect me at all, but whatever. And that's the other thing too of why I stopped using like tools to correct, because again, sometimes it'll actively choose what it wants to actually correct me, and then the other times it'll just sit there and be like, oh, he's right, or we don't care, even if it's wrong. Even I'll know it's wrong too, is the thing. It's like one of those things where you don't know if, you know it's not right, but you don't know what's wrong type of deal. You just know it's not right. Anyways, back to what I was doing. Oh yeah, I forgot it's Friday. Okay. One day, another Voyager decided to take up the mantle. That's not how you spell mantle. Is it that? I feel like that's wrong, but take up the mantle. And once again, okay, yeah, so mantle, there we go. I was right word, right letters, wrong way to spell it. Decided to take up the mantle and walk across the ice bared path. The ice bared, I think so. Another thing I learned recently too is not ice baked. I don't even know what ice baked is, but another thing I learned recently is bared apparently has two different spellings for two different meanings. I don't remember what the other one is. I just like remember I was trying to type the word bear as in like bare fangs or like bare arms, and then it auto-corrected to something else that wasn't necessarily bear like the actual animal, but apparently it does have another spelling, one of which I don't know how to go to. But anyways, one day another Voyager decided to take up the mantle and walk across the ice-bared path. A tourist, a traveler visiting a nearby town, not how you spell traveler, traveler visiting a nearby town, who heard legends about the Forsaken Road. There are multiple, I'm trying to like think of multiple ways to describe it, because I feel like if I keep saying the word path or whatever the other crap I called it was, like, I feel like it sounds too repetitive, but you also don't want to call it like a bunch of different names, because then it makes people think that it's a bunch of other things. So I'm trying to like keep to like one or two statements just with different ways to describe it. So like road and path, I think I might have chosen words in like the Forsaken Road, the Frozen Path, the ice-bared path, the you get the point. But I feel like it's also like repetitive if you say it too much, so I'm trying to like narrow down how often I use it. I'm also trying to figure out if I should like give the tourist their name or not. Like, my thought process here is, do I want to keep this in like a narrative sense? Because the way I'm writing this now, it sounds more like a narrator describing it to you rather than someone like actively living through the story. And my thought process is, do I want to give like the character lines? Because it would make more sense, especially when he's like shivering and on the near verge of death. Spoiler alerts if we somehow finish this today, as I go back to Sky Dancer, because now we're out of music. So I have to think about this for a second. Do I want to take chances and like play music that might be copyright struck? Because I don't want to end the thing is the issue, but I don't know what classifies as like the YouTuber's fair rights thing. Like, if I just, because I don't know if it's just like if I give credit or not, because I don't want to just, like, I'm fine with giving credit. My thing is I don't want to like only give credit and then I still get copyright struck because I missed something, and I don't want to take that chance. So I'm kind of tempted to like just either re-loop the music, which I feel like is a bad idea, or like end stream, which I also don't want to do because I want to keep the stream going for at least a little longer. And I do kind of want to play Shadowverse on the phone, but at the same time I'm not so sure how I'm going to be able to stream that and if it's going to keep my audio or not. So there's that. Anyways, a tourist, a traveler visiting a nearby town who heard legends about the Forsaken Road. Decided that in his quest to see the world. Leave me alone, Adobe. To see the world and learn more about what it holds. and the potential within. Potential within. That he must venture into the blizzard, the freezing abyss, and seek the answers his questions so asks. Is that a good one? A tourist, a traveler visiting a nearby town who heard legends about the Forsaken Road, decided that in his quest to see the world and learn more about what it holds and the potential within, that he must venture into the blizzard, the freezing abyss, and seek the answers his questions so ask. I feel like that's a good one in my opinion. That's a good like little nosh. And as the music plays out, because now I actually kind of want to play Shadowverse on my phone on stream, I'm gonna look up how to like link my phone stream to my like I know I can Twitch stream from my phone. But I don't know if I can like Twitch stream the screen though, is the thing. I also have to stream later too. But I'm gonna be streaming. Inherently, I'm gonna be streaming 2 times today. Except this is gonna be the only time you guys hear my voice. Just because like because I can't multitask because I'm really bad at that when it comes to like typing and talking and also looking at the camera. Where was I going to stop process? Oh yeah. Like I'm technically streaming twice today because. First is this, the writing stream, just to write, also just see the morning sun as I miss the sunrise, but whatever, it's now 7:05 a.m. But also later when I'm recording Uncharted Lost Legacy, so I can be done with that Let's Play, and also so I can start... Oh, wait! I just now remembered! Wait, this is actually important. Inazuma... what's it called? Inazuma... Great Road of Heroes release date. I forgot what his actual English name is, or like what his new name is. Delayed again. Victory Road. Okay, yeah. Inazuma 11, Victory Road. Because I heard it was at the end of November this year. I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right. It says 2023. We're still in 2023, baby. I'm kind of like hyped. For this, the Inazuma Great Road of Heroes, just because I really like. For those of you that don't know, I really like Inazuma 11. I always keep saying every now and again, for those of you that like the Inazuma 11 content, I will eventually go back to finish. I will finish the Let's Play. I'm not lying. I do have the intention of finishing it. It's just that there is so much to do, and technically speaking, I'm already at the road. It's just a matter of if I want to record or not. But then, like, the issue is, I don't feel like it type of deal, Like, it's gonna take a lot of work, I don't want to, but, like, once I do it, it's, like, 4 or 5 videos, and then I'm done with it, so there's that. But, anyways, like, I'm really hyped for Great Road of Heroes. I can't wait for that to come out, because I've been waiting for a while for, like, a Let's Play to happen, like, for me to be one of the first people that cover it, in the sense of, what's it called, like when the game first comes out, I'm like either one of the first people to upload about it, or like, within the first 2 days I'm uploading content about it, because it's probably like the one time I actually care about how many viewers I had, just because like, you get more viewers when something is new, like brand new, so like, because of that, but also just because I really want to play Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes, just because, and it's apparently going to be a whole different type of game style, so I really want to try that out, though I don't know how I'm going to be able to play that, like... Well, also because I want to play it blind. I've never played a game blind before on this channel. Because every game that I've... No, that's a lie. There's one game. No, actually, that's telling the truth. If there is a game that I've played blind on this channel, then I don't remember it. And if I did play it blind, it was in the sense of... I played like half of it. And then I played the rest of, like, I already played half of it before, but I never made it past a certain point. And then once we got past that point, I played it blind. Like, actually, yeah, no. I guess, like, the most I could say is, like, the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet Let's Play, where I had seen, I didn't even, like, that was the first time I ever played the game on the channel, yeah, but I've seen content of Scarlet and Violet at that point. And I had, I guess, played it blind for the first time then, but... Really, it was only after we beat the champion and gone through Area 0 the first time is when I actually played it fully blind, so there's that. Anyways, and even then it was just like small things, so it doesn't really matter. But Actually, wait, is the King's Gambit copyright? The King's Gambit might not be copyright. There's also a song I'm seeing right now that I also want to play. I'm gonna quickly click on that, and I'm gonna see if this, like, the description says anything. Copyright disclaimer for fair use, such as criticism. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute. That mothers be infringing non-profit, educational, or professional use tips and the balance of blah 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 blah. Okay, so if I use this, I'm kind of tempted to quickly play this one because I really want to play this song because it's really fun to me. But I'm not going to. But in case you all are wondering what it is, it's Kick Back, but it's the salsa version. So, you know, from Chain Man, the OP from Chainsaw Man, it's that, but in salsa. And my God, I love dancing to that. And the reason, I don't even know why I was trying to play that, because I know I literally cannot sit down to that music track. Anyways, back to, I know I came for this writing stream, but I'm gonna quickly see if I can, like, link my phone to my computer real quickly as the music continues to play. How do you stream YouTube? As I try to type this, how do you stream YouTube from your phone? Oh yeah, by the way, as I continue my thought from earlier, what I was talking about was because I like to use my Uncharted stream for, like, the camera reasons, so that there's better quality of video. After this, like, probably 10 to 20 minutes after, I'm probably going to be streaming Uncharted so that I get better quality. And my thing with that is, it's a good idea. It's just, I'm not gonna. People are not gonna hear my voice because I don't have a mic. So there's that. Okay. So create a live stream for mobile. To end stream, need at least 50 subs. I have that. Verified channel. I'm pretty sure my channel's verified. 50 or if you have over 50 and under 1,000. Okay, that's fine. What happens after I get 1,000? It may take several weeks to remove the mobile live streaming audience limitation. If your subscriber count decreases during the time, then it may take even longer. Goes below the same audience limitation. Okay. Create a schedule. Do I have to create a schedule to live stream, or will it just auto live stream? That's also something I always wonder, like, if you ever create a schedule when you live stream, like, will it automatically just start streaming the second that it hits that schedule, or I don't know. Anyways, to end your stream, tap finish. An archive will be created. Okay. How do you stream your phone screen on YouTube from your phone? How to share your screen? Never mind. So I guess, like, it might take 24 hours for me to figure that out. It might not. I don't really know. Okay, let's see if Steam's working or if Steam wants to work, just because I want to show something off. Okay, fine. Fuck me then. I don't know if Streamlabs can see Steam or not is the thing. If I, like, click on that, I'm, like, looking at my phone right now just to see if I click on it, does it, like, pop up. I don't see a black screen on my phone, so I'm assuming that Steam doesn't pop up. So what we're gonna do instead is add it's possible for me to move this. Oh nope, Steam's opening. Okay, Steam's gonna do that. Okay, wait, let's open Steam again. Background things as I try to set okay, Steam's loading. Steam's figuring stuff out. Thankfully I don't have to go to tabletop to show this off now. Workshops, because I recently did this myself. I don't know if this is going to show up on stream or not. Just okay, that's as far as it goes. Does it show up on stream? Okay, it doesn't because it's locked to the Google window. Okay, so let me quickly add a thing. Add source. Add display capture. Actually, wait, yeah. Add display capture. Actually, no. Is it this one? Add source. And then we're gonna do this one will hit my, I guess I didn't need to do that. Where's Steam on this? Steam settings to display. Where is Steam on this? I don't know where it is. Steam, work damn you. Settings. Oh, that's not good. Okay, up. I said up, damn it. Settings. How did I do this last time? To Now we'll just say none, so I can actually, because it's gonna crop around is the thing. So we'll just say that, and for some reason, okay, there we go. It's in camera range now. I didn't know why it wasn't working before. Okay, I need to be able to hit workshops from here, which thankfully I can. So there's this fun little thing I've been doing. I've been talking about Thera a lot this stream. So something I did recently was I actually made a Thera table. As I try to go, okay, fuck me then. Where I made a Thera table for those of you that actually want to play Thera. So, you know, for anyone that actually, you know, wants to play the game with Thera and is actually intrigued by it, let me know, and I will legitimately set up a stream for, like, test playing Thera. People can get to learn more about it, and I'm really happy that I just saw the viewer count go up just a little bit. But, yeah, so, and hey, we hit the 1 hour mark, let's go. But, anyways, this is Thera. I know it's very messy. I have more screenshots for it, but for some reason we can't, like, show my screenshots from my side, because apparently quality, I'm assuming it's because of my brightness, because I took a screenshot with lower brightness and it had better quality. But anyways, Thera is this 2-player card game that, me and some friends were developing. We started developing it a while ago. Like, we actually started, or I joined the project literally the day of spring break that in 2020 or in 2019 that COVID hit and basically no one was able to go back to school. So literally that day I started developing Thera with my friends, and the only reason I remember that is because something else important happened that day. But anyways, it's just a fun, in my opinion, it's a fun 2-player trading card game. You know, it's a nice workshop. The workshop is literally free. All you have to do is have Tabletop Simulator. If you don't have Tabletop Simulator, it's like $20, and it often goes on sale to be like $10, I think, or maybe the sale is $20. I don't remember. But point is, all you have to do is, if you have Tabletop Simulator, you just have to come to this workshop, Thera TCG WIP, as I hope that the thing actually, yeah, I can say its name, but, you know, come to Thera Workshop WIP, then you just scroll down here, you click subscribe, and then if you open Tabletop Simulator, it should appear in there. And currently what we have right now is we have some nice arts, we have some, you know, I'm just going to kind of show it off what it is. So let me close Steam, and then we're going to close this. Well, if we decide to go back to stream, we'll go back to, or the writing stream, we'll go back to the writing stream, but for now, Tabletop Simulator. No, don't do that, please. Okay, Berserk Games, as I try to, like, lessen that screen ever so slightly. How much of this can I show? See, the thing that bothers me is I can't see my face when I'm doing this, so I don't know if, like, the actual thing is picking up on it or not. I'm assuming it is, but if I just do that, okay, there we go. And then, of course, we just do that to do a little bit maximization of space. Okay, anyways, if we do single player, I don't know what the hell just happened. If we go back to menu, actually, and if anyone has Tabletop Simulator, they can jump in now. But I'm just gonna go to create server, and we're gonna go to this Thera table. That's Battle Spears. We're not. Which table is it? Is it this one? WIP. That's the one. Anyways, if we go to this table, you'll see what we have. It took like a few minutes to set this up. I'm really proud of myself for setting this up, actually. So we have the rule book right here in case you actually wanted to learn how to play Thera. You know, I'm just gonna quickly glide by the rules. You know, about traps, creatures, the field setup, and then like the actual phase of the game. I have to stop talking without drinking water because I'm incredibly thirsty right now. But you know, and then the special timings of it. We have a little note card that kind of just tells you about Thera a little bit. We have all these little things, which is mentioned in the note card, I'm pretty sure. We have all of our decks right here, as I hope it pops up on camera. Yeah, so like, we have all these nice little things. We have this nice little iPad here too, which actually brings you to the official Thera channel. If you type this link in, it'll bring you there. Go subscribe to us. We haven't made a video in a year because, like, I was pretty much the only person that was, like, doing anything with the YouTube channel, and it's kind of hard to manage it when you've got nothing to work with. So, but yeah, like, we're still going strong. We just have to reorganize some folks a little bit, but we have the start decks here for you guys to try out. They're fun to play. My personal favorite is this one, Winds of Renewal, just because of fun combos you can do with it. But all around, it's a fun game. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. A little bit of self-plug there. If you want to go check out the thing, again, it's free to, you know, add the subscription for it. And try it out for yourself. Try it with some friends. See how it goes. Follow the rules. If you guys want to set up a Thera live stream, we 100% will. I will find a way to drag the other creators into a Thera live stream just for the sake of you guys getting what you want. And then, of course, we also have the channel. If you type in that link, you will end up getting the Thera thing. But simply because no one here wants to play Thera right now, simply because I only see 2 viewers, and I think one of them's me. I don't know. Again, I am watching from my phone because I didn't think I would be able to like check live stream chat. But you know, whatever. If people want to play Thera later, we will pull it back up. But otherwise, we're not gonna do Thera for that. And if I had like an actual Shadowverse account, I would 100% download Shadowverse right now. So, you know what we're gonna do? Oh wait, we can't do. We need to go deeper, can we? Because we need to go deeper. We need to go deeper. We'll crash my thing, won't it? Do I go back to writing? I kind of don't want to continue. You see, the thing is, now that I'm kind of at this point, I'm kind of thinking, do I want to continue with the writing stream? Because I don't want the stream to end is the thing. Also, I'm checking now and I'm seeing there's a like. Whoever liked, thank you. But, anyways, now I'm thinking about it. Do I want to continue the writing stream or do I want to kind of show off more of Thera? Because no one's here right now. I can't do a Thera match because I know the others are busy. But I can at least show off more cards. Ah, screw it. You know, yeah, we'll do that. This has turned from writing stream into an impromptu Thera stream. That's what this has turned into. And if something comes up, we'll play something else. I don't know, but for now. I'm sorry for all of you that came here specifically only to see a writing stream and then assumed for me to end the stream by now. I actually anticipated to end the stream by now. In fact, technically speaking, right now what I should be doing is, I don't know if the thing's covering my camera or not. We'll figure that out in a second. If I just do that, as I try not to have streamception occur on my computer, even though I find it fun to occur streamception. I'll make it multiplayer in case anyone wants to drop in just to test out Thera, but anyways. Where was I going with that process? Oh yeah, I was technically supposed to end already, but I guess as long as I get recording by 8:30, I should have enough time, because Uncharted Lost Legacy is a very short game, and I'm on the longest chapter right now, so I guess, yeah, as long as I start streaming as long as I start recording by 8:30 for Uncharted, I'm fine. And I'm already ahead for today's video, which I now realize goes up at 8 o'clock. So, I guess, yeah, at 8 o'clock we'll end the stream. So, for now, let's, just talk Thera. So, I guess we'll do an impromptu, improv Thera thing. Yeah. So, okay, just for the sake of setting this up, I guess we'll do this. So, let's just look at the cards. So, let's take a hard look at these rules one by one. Can I... Please don't glitch out my thing if I do this. Okay, so that's just going to affect the thing and not the actual thing itself. Okay, look at the rules. We have a lot to cover. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead and get this rule started, shall we? So, you know, the rules, it's very simple. It's like any other card game. You either deal enough damage to your opponent, or you deck them out, or in this case, a song out. So, songs, for those of you that want to know, are decks in this game. That's literally what they are. They are nothing special. They are just this game's version of a deck. It does the exact same function as a deck does in any other card game. So, just keep that in mind. Don't get confused about stuff like that. It's very simple to understand. Anyways, on to song composition. They are like Vanguard in the sense of they have triggers, in total 10 of them actually. There are heal triggers like there are in Vanguard, but there's a restriction you can play amount them. There's only 5 allowed per deck. There are draw triggers, meaning when you see them, you get to draw cards, and there are damage triggers, meaning when you get to see them, you get to deal 1 damage to your opponent. Now, why is settings activating? No. Bad computer. Okay. Oh, frick, I just realized too, my Wi-Fi might cut out. It's fine. It's fine. If Wi-Fi cuts out, I'll know. But, anyways, there it's just based around triggers. There's 10 of them in total. You're allowed 50 cards in a song. Sorry, let me rephrase it. You must have 50 cards in a song. 10 of them have to be triggers. So, technically speaking, you have 10 cards that are required of you. The remaining 40 are free reign as you choose. Technically, there are 14 cards that are pre-decided for you, and we'll get to what that is in a second. But, yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Then, of course, there are the different types of cards that are allowed in the decks. There are the triggers like we mentioned, but there are also creatures, there are traps, there are spells, and there are runes. And then, of course, it is basically the standard rule that it is for all card games, with the very exception of a few like Yu-Gi-Oh!, where you can have up to a total of 4 copies of the same copy of the same card. So say, for example, we have this boy right here, Crimson Dragon Revan, the strongest creature in the Crimson Flame song. So let me get the full name here for you. TD01 Crimson Flames! Anyways, if we happen to look at the Crimson Dragon Revan over here, you can have 4 copies of any one card in your deck unless there's a restriction on it, or unless it specifies otherwise, which Revan does not. Meaning we could have 4 copies of Revan in the same deck if we wanted to, which this deck actively does. If we just go into the search, but I did not mean to click that one. But I guess because we're already here, look, we have 4 copies of Revan. We have 2 different arts. We have what I call the SP, and then we have what I call the regular one, of course. To just hard analyze every single thing we have here. So I wish I could kind of give full detail on this. Actually, wait, does this thing have detail marks on this? Oh, you know, that's what I should do next time. When I update this next time, I should update it to show the symbols of each marking. But anyways, yeah, let me just quickly go through each and every one of these. Yeah, okay, so because I guess I can't show it off the way I want to. Let's take a look at Revan real quickly. There are multiple different things to go over. As we see, let's just go from left to right. So we start off with the level. We see the 3 above it. The level is the, I guess, the quote-unquote summon power of a card, where in there you can summon any number of creatures in a single turn, up to a total level of 3 via normal summoning. Normal summoning meaning you play them from hand, or you play them by a mean of where the card set it's a normal summon, but typically normal summons from hand. So since you can only summon up to a max level of 3 per turn, say for example you normally summon Revan to the field, you cannot normal summon another creature for the rest of the turn unless, again, you somehow pull Miracles of God out. But yeah, then we go on to the name. Obviously in the middle we see the name of the creature and then the type underneath the name. So the name is Crimson Dragon Revan. Underneath that is the typing, which is just a dragon. Then next to that we have the nation. So the nations don't actually have their name on them, but if we take a look at our character card over here, which is not required for gameplay, it's just a nice fun aesthetic thing that I chose to make. And tell me how you guys feel about this, because honestly I think all of these look really cool. My personal favorite is either this one or this one, but in terms of nation symbol though, I really do love Sauron's symbol though. But anyways, this is from the nation of Arizon. Again, these character cards are not required for gameplay. I just put them here for aesthetic because they look cool. There's something about the characters that use the deck in the so-called anime that I was writing for this. So in this case, it was Hiro Kamado with Arizon. And anyways, so Revan's an Arizon creature. And then that little thing that you see under the nation is called a gift symbol. Now, gifts are a fun little thing, and I'm actually going to pull it up in the rules over here if I can remember where the rule for that was. Which page had the gifts? Was it this one? Creatures. Safeguards are an important thing too, by the way. That was the other thing I was talking about before, where technically you have 14 cards that are predetermined for you, because safeguards are, let me just quickly grab out a safeguard before I go finding a gift. Safeguards are these things where pretty much you can discard them from your hand to nullify any attack that your opponent throws at you, which is very important because, as you can see down at the bottom, we'll get to those later, those are the numbers that the card deals when they attack as either battle damage or the actual power they have when attacking. So being able to have a really big number is nice for offense, but if you're on the defensive side, it's very hard to defend yourself with, which is why safeguards are important, but you can only run 4 safeguards in a song. So technically speaking, you're probably going to run 4 safeguards in your song anyways. It's not required, but you probably will. So that technically means 14 cards are predetermined for you, but that means you have 36 cards to use at your will. So there's that. Anyways, as I struggle to find the gift check thing, I know it's in here, I just don't know where it's in here. Summoning, oh yeah, here's the summoning rules. Like I said, in normal summoning, you can summon any number up to a level 3 during your turn, but of course, typically that comes from hand or anything that specifies a normal summon. As for special summoning though, if a card says you special summon, for example, where is it? For example, Traveling Necromancer over here. Where's the SP? This is the SP. Yeah, for example, Traveling Necromancer over here, who says that you can just special summon, that will not count towards the level cost, which is nice. Also because it's a level 1, meaning you get to summon more, which is a fair thing. Anyways, that's kind of the gist of summonings. And then, of course, we have our different zones. The banish zone, where our cards are banished in case they go beyond the drop zone. The drop zone, where cards go after they're either destroyed by battle or sent to them after activating effects such as spells, or discarded for cost or for guarding. The song zone, where you just place your song face down like this. The creature zone, where all your creatures go. And this is the rune zone, where all your runes go. So all around pretty solid. And then this is the damage zone, where all your damage goes. Technically, it doesn't matter which zones your damage goes into, but if we're going by what the technical rules are, it would go from left to right. So you start with your first card going here, then you go here, then you go here. And how you take damage is when your opponent attacks you and deals you damage. You take the top card of your song equal to this little number in the, I wish I had another mouse, but the number in the bottom center on the left hand side. So that 1, most creatures have a damage value of 1, only few don't have a damage value of 1, but you take damage equal to that number. So say for example Revan attacked you directly and you took the attack. What you do is you place your hand, if you no guard the attack, you place your hand over the top card of the song, and then you flip it over. If it's a trigger such as a heal, damage, or draw, you activate it. And regardless if it's a trigger or not, after its activation trigger occurs, whatever, you place it from the top card of your song into your damage zone face up unless specified otherwise. And of course, once you hit 10 damage, you lose the game. Or of course, once your song has 0 cards in it, you lose the game. To be more specific, you lose the game when your song has 0 cards in it and you have to draw. So, or like you need an interaction with it. Say for example, check cards to your song equal to a certain amount, or draw a card from your song, or send the top cards of your song to the drop zone. Anything that involves the song being required in the interaction, if you have no song cards to interact with that interaction, you lose the game. But you do not lose the game the second you hit 0 song. Meaning, if by some unfortunate miracle you play against your opponent and you somehow have no cards left in your song during your turn, but it's after you already drew for turn, as long as you don't need to draw again or have another interaction with the song, you could still technically win, which is a fun little thing for combat capability. So there's that. Anyways, there's that. Then of course we move on to our attempt to find the gift check. Oh yeah, this game also has a mulligan, by the way. It works the same as Vanguard does if you play Card Fight Vanguard, where you can pick any number of cards from your opening hand and send them back to your deck. So just to, oh, are you kidding me? I barely can't click. Okay, and this is why I have this bag here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bag, and then we're going to quickly move off the character card. You do not need character cards for gameplay, as I keep saying, so do not accidentally shuffle them into your deck. But, I mean, you can honestly put them here just for the sake of aesthetic purposes. But anyways, you shuffle your song, your opponent shuffles your song, obviously. You draw 5 at the start of the game. Let's say this is our opening hand. For your opening hand, you want to obviously be able to do whatever your deck wants to do, but you do not want to have triggers in your hand. You never want to have triggers in your hand. You can mulligan any number of cards from your hand, and to mulligan you send cards equal to the number of cards you don't want in your hand to the bottom of your song, and then you draw that same amount back. So in my case, as tabletop lags like hell, I don't want any of these 3 triggers, but I do want these guys right here. So I will send back in any order actually, I'm not realizing I pull all 3 different triggers. It never really happens, but I send back my damage trigger, my draw trigger, and my heal trigger, and I'm keeping the other 2 in order to draw 3 new cards. I did not mean to draw the table, as I now reset that. So let's send the cards back. Technically speaking, the order would matter if you didn't shuffle, because you'd want to see the heals first, but I mean, whatever. So after we draw our 3 back, we then shuffle, and then we decide who goes first by obviously flipping a coin. Let's just say we're heads, and we flip the coin, and it says heads, tails. Okay, so which means we'd be going first, or we'd be going second. The player who calls it right must go first. To start the game, both players must say knowledge release grimoire open. Obviously, that is not an actual requirement to start the game. You can just start the game by just starting the game. But, if you want to have fun and be an anime character, you say knowledge release grimoire open. But, anyways, let's just say that we did win the toss, and we just cheat and flip the coin, and we go first. How you start your turn is simple. You, on the first turn, player cannot attack, but each player always gets to draw a card. Then there's such a thing called the stand step. Actually, let's go through the different phases right here. We have the start step, the start of the turn. This is actually a required part of the turn. You must declare the start step, because while it doesn't matter in the trial songs, it does matter in later stages where there's such a thing as maintenance cost for runes. So keep track of that. But yes, start step is actually a required phase. Then there's the draw phase. You draw the top card of your song. Then there is the stand phase. technically, technically both players who go first don't have a stand phase because nothing will stand and there's no use in the stand phase happening. But technically speaking, there is a stand phase where pretty much you take any of your face down damage in your damage zone, which you get from pay, such as from Revan's Cost right here. That's what pay stands for. Or any of your resting creatures, aka horizontal, and then you stand them vertical, or you flip them face up if they're in the damage zone. So that's how you do that. Then you go on to your main phase, if I'm correct. Yep, the main phase, and this is where you can summon cards. Now, in our situation, we could, because of the normal summoning rules, we could either summon Dragon Rider and Crimson Draco Kid because they have a total combined levels of 3, 1 and 2 respectively, but we can't summon 2 Dragon Riders because they're both level 2. Or we can summon, instead of summoning both of those, as I keep accidentally drawing the table, we could instead summon Crimson Dragon Revan to the field, which is a hard level 3, which means we can't normal summon for the rest of the turn. However, we have a big beat stick on board. Now, as we were going over the cards earlier, we already know about the gift check, or to be more exact, we don't know about the gift check, but basically how gift check works is when you would attack and you have a face-up card in your damage zone, by paying 1, or otherwise known as flipping that card over. That is what pay means, by the way. Like I said, you just take cards in your damage zone equal to the number of the pay value. So for Revan here, it's a pay 2. So you would technically flip 2 cards that are face up in your damage zone face down. But if you're using a gift check, it's always a pay 1 unless specified. But anyways, in the sense of the gift check, we pay our 1, so we flip this face down. Then we wait for our opponent to declare no guard or not, which can only be done by cards with shield icons, aka like Crimson Draco Kid right here. Most level 1s have shield values. Every creature has either a shield value or a gift value, so take that as you will. Or, you know, triggers have a shield value. I know it's kind of hard to see off that, but that is a shield value on the heal trigger. But anyways, you flip your gift check face down after the opponent declares a guard or a no guard. You then take your deck and you flip the top card over. If it's a trigger, you activate. If it's not a trigger, you don't activate it. Either way, after the gift check is revealed, you put it back into your hand and then the battle continues. So it's like a damage check, except it just happens during your turn and the card goes to your hand instead of your deck. So all around very solid. Now, on to the different type of triggers, of course. We have our heal trigger, which when you pull it, it works different than Vanguard. I know I keep comparing Vanguard just because that I know most of my channel is Vanguard watchers, so I'm trying to like kind of keep this consistent with any of them. But anyways, heal trigger, how heal triggers work is, again, you can only have 5 of them in the deck as specified by the rules. If we kind of just go back to the triggers, I believe. I think it's on the front page, right? Yeah, triggers. Heal triggers. Triggers also have varying values. I thought it was on this page that they said the... Okay, somewhere here... Oh yeah, here it is. The 5 heals. Each song can only have up to 5 heals. How heal triggers work is when you see them in either your gift check or your damage check. Because the gift checks and damage checks, they're technically still counted as in deck. Keep this in mind. If they require something else in damage zone, they won't proc off. So how the heal trigger works is when you reveal in your gift check or damage check, you can take 1 card from your damage zone and recover it. Remember, because it's still counted as in deck when you reveal it in your damage check, if you don't have a card in your damage zone when you reveal the heal trigger, it just whiffs and it goes to the damage zone anyways. So, sucks for you if you whiff the heal trigger, but you're just going to have to deal with that. Let me get that back in my hand real quickly. For draw triggers, if I can go find the triggers that I had earlier. Yeah, so for draw triggers, you draw a card when they're revealed. So again, whether it's damage check or gift check, you draw a card. And as for damage triggers, the most broken one out of all of them, or not the broken one, but like the fun one, because it leads to a very stupid set of, I guess, interactions that would technically count as broken if it happened. But for the record, we didn't keep this going because we knew that was broken. And just said screw gameplay balance. We kept it like the way it is because the only way that's gonna happen is if like it's a 1 in a million odds, and honestly, if that happens, you need to get your butt down to Vegas and go gamble because honestly, it's really rare that would happen. But damage triggers, when you reveal it in your gift check or damage check, you deal your opponent a damage. So say for example, you flip this in your damage check. That did not put it at the top of the deck, did it? No, it did not. Okay. Say, for example, you flip this in your damage check. Because it's still counted as in deck, your opponent takes 1 damage. Now, here's the fun thing. If, let's say, for example, both you and your opponent are at 9 damage, right? And they swing for game. And your damage check reveals a damage trigger. Because the damage trigger is still in deck at the time that it's pulled, they take a damage first. And how the interaction will work is, let's just take this song over here real quickly. And how that interaction will work is, if they are at 10 damage, or to be more exact, because their damage check will resolve first, and so say they don't pull a heal and they go to 10 damage from this, they lose the game because they hit 10 damage first. which means, yes, if you're at 9 damage and you pull a damage trigger and your opponent's at 9 damage, unless they pull a heal trigger or a damage trigger back, you win the game. Now, speaking of which, if they pull a damage trigger back, and this is where the fun loop comes in, you take a damage now. So, basically, and here's the thing, the damage trigger does not go to the damage zone yet, because it still counts as in deck, because your opponent's countering the damage trigger that dealt them damage with their own damage trigger, meaning the original damage trigger is still in deck, and you take another damage. So if you don't see a damage trigger off that, or a heal trigger, or technically you would lose even if you did see a heal trigger, because you already saw the damage trigger, but you basically have to see another damage trigger, and if you don't, you lose. But if you do see another damage trigger, then we literally just keep repeating the process till a player stops seeing damage triggers. I'm not kidding, it can literally do that, it's just that the odds of that happening are 1 in a million, and me and Oolong / now motivated / ET / whatever he chooses to go by, we built a deck specifically to try to have that happen. We never pulled it off, because again, it's 1 in a million, but you know, if you manage to pull it off, we're proud of you for that, because that is actually really hard to do, all things considered. But all around, it's a fun little instance you can do. Those are the different type of triggers. Typically, you want to balance. I like to always run 3 damages just in case to, you know, screw over my opponent. 5 heals always nice to have for recovery, and then 2 draws. But I always sometimes dump down my heals down to 4 copies for a 4-3-3 just to do extra damage, just to get more hand cards and also add to more defensive power. Anyways, we've gone over triggers. We've gone over summonings. We've gone over that, but now onto actual battles, as I try to go to the rules in this. So, here's how the next phase goes. After you go through your main phase, you can play different spells, which we'll actually go over too. Spells after you summon your creatures, or before you summon your creatures, you can play spells. So in this case, we can play Dragon Wings. So, by playing spells, you play them from your hand, you can technically play them anywhere on the board you want. Like, if your back row's full, you can still play them. If your front row's full, you can still play them. You could technically place them here, like, they go to the drop zone right after they're played, but you know what I mean, like, you can technically just throw them down on the field and their effects will still go off. But anyways, ditch a card from your hand for Dragon Wings in order to draw 2 cards. And then, of course, after the card is played, it goes right back to the drop zone. And then because after the main phase, let's say we have nothing to do left in the main phase, because you can't, I mean, you can play traps, but traps activate with the opponent's interaction in mind, as I try to okay, there we go. Traps activate with the opponent's interaction in mind, while runes, if you have a rune in your hand, we do not have a rune in our hand so far, but just to show off what both those look like. Actually, we did have a trap in our hand. What the hell am I talking about? A trap's right here, actually. So, you know, traps kind of require specific things to occur for the opponent for them to be playable. And then as for runes, if I can find where the rune in this deck is, where is it? I saw it. Okay, there it is. Strength of Arizon. How runes work is you can play them. Some of them have cost to them, some of them don't. Like, if it says pay so-and-so to place, then obviously that's a pay cost. For the skill that you see here, though, the pay 1, that's its skill, not its cost, meaning I can just casually put this on the board for free and then just not activate its skill ever. But typically, if you're going to play a rune, you play it during your main phase. You can play them on any order of the board. I always like to play them in the center, though, just because it... Okay, screw me then. Anyways, I also like to play them in the center just because it's fun to do that, and it looks aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, you just play the rune on the board, and because it's the main phase, after the main phase is done, you go right into the attack phase. However, the player going first, I forgot to mention this in the rules, I think, but which is something I have to edit later. But the player going first does not have an attack phase, because obviously it'd be a little bit unfair if you could just bombard your opponent on the first turn of the game with attacks, especially because this one right here can casually get a full board if it wants to in its upgraded version. So yeah, it'd be kind of dumb to allow first turn attacks type of deal. So the player going first doesn't have an attack phase, meaning once your main phase is over, you just go right into your end phase. So there's that. And then obviously the player going second, they can play their own, they obviously do the draw phase. The stand phase doesn't really happen yet because, you know, again, it does apply, but because you don't have any face down damage or standing or resting creatures, you don't really stand anything or flip anything face up. But if you did, that's where you would flip your face down damage face up or stand any of your rested creatures in the stand phase. And then obviously they go to their main phase and they pretty much do a repeat of your turn. However, once their main phase is done, they can go into the attack phase and attack. And that gets us to our most important part, battling. So for reasons, I'm going to take Revan off the board, and we're going to do this, just for the sake of consistency. Say, for example, the opponent summoned a Dragon Rider and a Crimson Draco Kid to your Crimson Draco Kid. And if we look at our power, again, so at the bottom, in the middle, we see two numbers, the 1 and the 100. Most creatures always share the 1. The 1 is the amount of damage a creature does when it destroys your opponent's creature and there's excess power. Say, for example, it was 150 to 100. If the 150 were to win, then the 100 would be destroyed, and because there's excess power, the 1 damage that is on Crimson Draco Kid would be dealt to the opponent. Otherwise, that damage will only come in during direct attacks. So most creatures, like I said, share a damage of 1, but there are some that have 2, but that's a rare occurrence every now and again. Anyways, also most level 1s have 50 or 100 power. Most level 2s have 150 power. Dragon Rider is the only one that... Dragon Rider is one of the only ones that don't have 150 power, and then most level 3s either have 200 or 250, with the rare exception of, I think, 5 have different stats comparatively, just because of what their skills actually are. But anyways, getting back to it, how battles work is you take a creature in the standing position and you rest them, and then you declare your attack, so your opponent obviously knows who you're attacking. Let's just say we attack Crimson Draco Kid into Crimson Draco Kid. This is a very bad example because I'm not going to show off power gain, but basically, once you swing, you compare power. So, before anything else happens, what happens here is if you have any spells, because there are very few spells that do this, but if you have any spells that can activate during the battle phase, this is where they would proc off now. Actually, wait, no, that's a lie, sorry. What will happen first is you guard. The person being attacked declares if they're going to guard or not. How you guard is you take cards with a shield icon, like level 1s that have shield icons, because most level 2s and 3s have gift icons instead. But you take shield icon cards, and then you place them over here, or it can be anywhere. Again, you can place them right in a drop, you can place them over here. Look, there's no specific place you have to place them. I like to place them over here just because, like, it's a free open zone, but again, you can place anywhere you want to. But we place down our cards with shield icons, and basically how you guard is you place cards down whose shield values will end up equaling the power of the attacking side or more, combined with your defending side. So, when you're defending a creature, you take its power, in this case 100, and you add the shield value of the damage trigger to it, which in this case is 50, and in total, that is its shield value. So, in total, you have 150 shield. Now, if your card has equal power, if your shield value has equal or greater power than the attacking card, the attack is blocked. So, since Crimson Draco Kid over here has 100 power, and this has 150 in total, the attack is blocked. Even if Crimson Draco Kid had 150 power, the attack would still be blocked. However, after a guard is declared, you only can declare the guard once. So if you want to declare more than one card to guard, which you can do, say for example you did have a Crimson Draco Kid in hand you wanted to use as guarding power, you could throw that down as guarding as well. However, once your guard is declared, that's when players can start interacting. Where if you have a spell that activates during the attack phase, specifically during a battle, that's when you would play it. This is what's called the, I guess, there's no real official name for it, so let's just call it the counter step, right? Where you can play your spell after your opponent declares a guard, and then after that you can play traps. Or to be more exact, you can play traps and spells in between that, and you can activate creature effects that activate during that step as well. So pretty much the battle has, and then there's obviously the calculation step where once the battle is finished, if the creatures share the same power and the attack was not guarded. Remember, I said that if the guard is equal or greater than the attack is guarded. If the attack, however, was not guarded, though, aka your opponent didn't place down a card from hand to guard circle or something like that, when the battle is over, if both creatures share the same power, both creatures are destroyed and neither player takes damage, unless, you know, one of the destroyed creatures has an on-destruction effect that deals effect damage. Otherwise, neither player takes damage. And then, obviously, the cards that were used to guard or anything that was used in the battle, such as spells and traps, are then sent to the drop zone as well. Then, what ends up happening next is obviously direct attacks. So direct attacks activate if the opponent has no creatures on their board, or if the defending player or if the offending player has a card that can attack directly, regardless of if the opponent has a creature or not. So what happens next is the attacking player turns their card sideways. They declare direct attack. The opponent now can declare block or no block, and of course it does the same rulings as last time, where you can call a card from hand to guard circle. Except, of course, the thing is here, though, because the player themselves don't have any base power to work with, that means your base power starts from 0, meaning your card's a shield value, they're going to have to pull it together for you. Now, for cards that have a shield value that aren't the triggers, because it's kind of obvious of which ones they are, like for draw triggers or for damage triggers, it's obviously 50. For heal triggers, it's obviously 150, because that's the only other number printed on them. But for creatures that have a shield icon, how you determine their shield value is you take a look at their power. whatever their power is, if they have a shield icon, that's their guard power. So in Crimson Dragon's case, its attack power, yes, is 100, but because it has a shield icon, it also has a defensive power of 100 too. So say, for example, your opponent attacks you with Dragon Rider directly. Now, because you are the player being attacked, you have no base defense, meaning you need at least cards of 100 power to block. Now, thanks to Crimson Draco Kid, we can throw him down in the guard area or just straight to the drop zone. Again, doesn't really matter. And now, the attack is blocked because it has 100 power, or 100 shield technically, to Dragon Rider's 100 power. And of course, if the opponent has an effect that activates during this calculation, the so-called counter step, so to speak, like say for example a spell or a trap or a creature effect. There are creature effects that do activate during the attack phase or during this specific step, technically speaking. Then yes, you are able to hard counter that, and then you are able to respond as the defending player to that as well. But the player that is being the player that is attacking does get priority. It's turn player priority pretty much. So that's pretty much all you have to understand about the basic attack step, the cards that can guard, the attacking, the damaging, of course. As for runes, none of them in the trial songs you have to worry about this for, but in later sets, there are things called maintenance costs, where pretty much at the start of your turn, you have to pay a cost. Like, some of them say, at the start of your turn, discard a card from your hand. If you don't pay the maintenance cost, the card's discarded. So, like, say, for example, you don't discard Crimson Dragon Revan, then, the maintenance cost is not paid, and then the rune's destroyed. But if you do discard Revan like I just did here, then the maintenance cost is paid, and the rune stays on the board till the next turn, which is fun. But, you know, obviously you choose when and what to keep, and if you should destroy the rune or not. So there's that. And I think we've kind of gone over everything important. Like we've got, and then I pay for the effects. I went over this earlier, but in case people are still curious of how to pay for the effects, how you do that is pay. If you're a Vanguard player, it's CB. That's like the easiest way I can determine if you play Vanguard. But how pay works is you take face-up damage specifically in your damage zone, equal to the pay cost of a card. In Revan's case, this is pay 2, and I'm just going to add these two back to hand real quickly because I'm going to need this. I see a chat comment. Let me quickly fix that real quickly. Hi, Lanson, or Lawson, not Lanson. I don't know. Who's Lanson? Oh, yeah, that's who Lanson is. I was like, I know Lanson from somewhere. Hi, Lawson. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving, or happy Thanksgiving to anyone that's still watching this. What do you mean refresh chat? Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to hit the thing. I didn't think that would screw over my thing. But, anyways, how you pay for cost abilities, of course, is you take cards in your damage zone that are face up equal to the pay cost of your skill. In Revan's case, 2. So we flip over our 2 face up cards in the damage zone, and then of course we pay the rest of the cost. In this case, it's card 1. Because of Revan's skill requiring a creature in hand, we'll discard Strength of Arizon, and then due to Revan's effect, we reveal 1 card in our hand, 1 creature to our hand to our opponent, and then for this turn, Revan will gain power equal to the revealed creature's power until end of turn. So of course we reveal Dragon Rider, adding Dragon Rider's 100 power to Revan's 100 power, meaning Revan has 300 power. Now, that's pretty much how skills work. Skills, unless specified, are not once per turn. So, if you have 8 pay, because obviously you lose at 10, so you can't really pay its skill more than 4 times unless you find a way to flip your damage phase up. But if you have 8 pay and 5 hand cards, obviously 1 to keep revealing, and let's just say you have the 4 discards, then technically speaking, you could just keep paying Revan's skill over and over and over again until you can't afford, actually, because I see the ideal target in hand, you can just keep paying Revan's skill over and over and over again until you literally cannot pay the skill anymore and bump his power up beyond compare. So, say for example, we did have 8 pay in the 4 hand cards, we just drop our entire hand, and then we reveal from our hand Shield Guard Dragon 4 times and add its 300 power to Revan. And if you can see, Shield Guard Dragon is one of those rare cards I was talking about where it doesn't actually have a gift check, even though it's a level 3 like most level 3s and 2s do. Instead, it has a shield value, but it has a shield power of 300. And the reason for this is because, you know, it can combo well with Revan, and also because it can only be used as a guardian, meaning you cannot call it to your board as a creature. So don't think you have a giant beat stick of 300 power. You do not. You just have a giant shield of 300 power that can combo really well with Revan's skill to give 300 power to itself. Alright, that's pretty much the gist of skills. Like I said, unless specified otherwise, skills are a hard unless specified otherwise, skills can be used as much as you want in a turn. Obviously, interactions that happen automatically, like say for example in Arizon, where was he? I saw him earlier and I don't know where he went. Hammer Dragon, for example. Hammer Dragon is Oolong / now motivated / ET / whatever he chooses to go by, one of his favorite cards. because when its attack hits something or destroys when its attack destroys an opponent's creature or deals them damage, you get to draw a card. That's not per, so if it like destroys a creature in battle and it does damage because the creature had less power, it doesn't draw you 2. It only destroyed the creature, because destroying a creature and dealing a damage because of that are still count as the same thing. So instead of just doing a direct attack, so you only get the 1 draw. But even though the ability is not a hard once per turn, meaning if you found a way to attack them multiple times, the effect will proc off multiple times. Its effect will only proc off once per instance. So if you did deal 1 damage with Hammer Dragon, you're not going to draw multiple times. You're going to draw 1 card. If you dealt 2 damage with Hammer Dragon at the same time, you still only draw 1 card. You only draw extra cards for every time that Hammer Dragon actually did 1 extra damage. That wasn't just, you know, or to be more exact, per instance, per attack. So again, even if Hammer Dragon did have 2 damage and he dealt 2 damage to the opponent, he'd only draw you 1. But if he attacked again, and the attack landed, he would draw you another card from the one you drew earlier. So there's that. And again, his other ability and Revan's other ability, you know, the pay skills, and just like any skill that isn't specified to be a once per turn can activate as much as you want, as long as there's a cost. That's pretty much the general gist of it. But if it doesn't have a cost, it probably activates once per instance. So take that as you will. Like I said, if it's an instant-based skill like dealing damage or attacking, it only activates once per that instance. But if it's like a pay cost, then but it's probably still not once per turn anyways. But if it has a pay cost, that means as long as you can continue to pay the cost, you can activate the skill as much as you want. And because we're running up on time, and first up, I am very happy that I made it to 1 hour and 43 minutes. I'm not going to try to hit 2 hours with this. The writing stream was honestly a very fun idea. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I am kind of hyped now to do like a Thera stream straight up. So honestly, to anyone that's interested in that, like, I know people in chat are probably not paying attention, but if chat's paying attention to this, if you want to petition for Thera stream so you guys can see how the game is actually played in real on gameplay, go ahead, say that in chat, comment down in this video, like it, subscribe for it, go to the Thera official channel that is literally right here. If you have tabletop, literally type in that link and you'll find it. If you have Tabletop Simulator, go type in Thera okay, it's going to reset, but go type in Thera Workshop WIP, and you'll end up finding the workshop, and then go to subscribe to it. Tabletop's like $20, or if it's on sale, it might be $10, and yeah, just go subscribe to it. It's literally free to add it to your tables, and then now you have a game that you can play for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream. I've got nothing more to say about it, so I hope that wasn't too confusing. I know I kind of like went off to many different topics. The writing stream kind of started on topic, and then afterwards that we kind of got to the idea of Thera, which I'm now kind of intrigued to do an actual Thera live stream for. So without further ado, I'm going to here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have to go stream Uncharted now, so if you guys want to stop by Twitch for that, you can. I forgot what my Twitch name is. It's like, it's in the description. It's not in the description of this. It's in the description of like any of my other videos, and you'll find my Twitch link. But for the record, you won't be able to hear my audio. You'll just be able to see my screen because I don't have a mic. So take that as you will. But without further ado, I'm just going to hear. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow Twitch. Happy late Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. Go sleep off the rest of the food coma that you probably have. And if you're going to watch my other videos, I'll probably either see you in the Twitch stream. Hello, Bakon, you came at the worst time, buddy. You know, the stream is just ending, but thank you for stopping by and saying hi. But yeah, I'm going to go stream on Twitch now. Again, you won't be able to hear my voice, but I mean, if you want to go see the gameplay, you can. And if you're going to watch all my videos today, then there's one coming out in literally 4 minutes. So I'll see you all then in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow Twitch. And again, if you want to see a Thera stream, go ahead and let me know, and I'll try to work one for us together. So I'll see you all then, and